We're gonna get started in about 2 minutes. Appreciate everyone for coming through. Give me a second, I'll get things all set up. That's better. I had it muted. What's going on, everyone? Okay, so we do have the Patreon ink sketches to work on today. This is gonna be fun. I've only watched the first 3 JoJo's. I don't know anything past that. Just playing some Minecraft. Hey! I also haven't played Minecraft since like... It was on the, I think it was on the 360. No, I'm saying I haven't played since. I'm saying I haven't played since I think it was on the, I think it was on the 360. All right. Sketch looks. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, that's looking really dark, right? Oh, actually, hold on. That's just my. Okay, that was my computer. That was my computer yellow filter. It's like, why does everything look so yellow and dark? For anyone who doesn't know, these are sketches for the monthly Patreon. Every month, members of the Patreon members of the Patreon of any tier are allowed to vote, and the vote picks the topic for the $10 tier, which is these 4x6 inch ink sketches. They actually get shipped to you. It's kind of like a really inexpensive way to get a fun sketch from me. That's why the amount of people that I allow into the sketch tier is actually very limited, because I don't want to be doing like a fucking 1,000 of these, you know, for $10. Actually, I mean, it's not like I would mind $10,000, but I'm saying is I got other stuff going on, and at $10 I can't be doing a bunch of these, right? Anyway. Yeah, so there are still slots open in the sketch card tier. You have any like hardcore JoJo fans out there? I know they're out there. Like I said, I haven't read the manga. I've only watched JoJo 1 through 3. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to hold on. There we go. Dude, what's going on? Thanks for that sub, man. I appreciate it. What's new, dude? Same shit, different day. Could be worse. Could have no same day. Next day. So I'm not super familiar or trained in the JoJo style. So if I kind of slow down a little bit here, or stumble a little bit while I try to make sure I don't mess this up, just bear with me. Like I'm familiar with what it looks like, right? But but like actually drawing it. I've been told many times that they're like, you would do great JoJo artwork, because my ink work utilizes a lot of spot blacks already. So like my style or my inking behavior would translate well over to doing JoJo style work, is what I've been told. How long were you playing Minecraft? Don't believe I'm caught up on all my client work. Oh no, actually that's not true. I have a commission that I have to do, but there's no like delivery date to it. But otherwise I'm fucking caught up on my work. I can't believe it. This is like amazing. I've been doing like personal artwork for like the past 2 days. Oh my god, like so like I should be working on the Harry Potter and Teen Titans piece, but there's a lot of stuff I should be doing. But yeah. Anyway, dude, it's been amazing. I feel you on that. Hey, you have the self-control to know when to stop. I guess it's different when it's like if you play a competitive game, like if you're playing like League of Legends or something, and you're just like, all right, I just need to win like one more, and then you lose. You're like, well, I said I was gonna just play till I win one more, and then you just play like 4 more, and then you're just like, all right, well, I won. Now I'm fucking exhausted. With your non-artist Fortnite friends who don't get it. You guys gotta draw tonight. Nah, you can draw tomorrow. They don't get it. Ooh, 8 to 4, huh? Wow. That's everyone though. Do you find that your day job is very draining? You know, some jobs are just so exhausting for their own reasons. Whether it's like, for example, I have a friend who I don't know if this would be considered social services, but basically his whole job revolved around going like he would be out in the field and he'd help check up on like homeless people and like recovering drug addicts. Like he'd go to their residence and stuff and just make sure that they're, I don't know if he's checking if they're reusing, but he would just check on them in general. He's seen people like fucking OD in front of him, and I'm just like, dude, you're fucking, how are you not exhausted all the time from that? He said, that's my secret, Cap. I am. So I mean, all he did was drive around, but he said it's the hardest job he's ever had, just because it's just like, you know, seeing that stuff is just so tiring. Versus, you know, if you like work in a cubicle. Shit. I don't think I can ever do that again. Like, basically be on a schedule that I didn't choose. I have been working for myself for so long. I've conditioned myself to like not answer to anybody. I used to, you know, before I became an artist, you know, I was working as a mechanic, and you always answer to shop foremans or you're answering to the customer. You know what I mean? And it's out of your control, really. And I don't think I can ever go back to that. Just because over the years I just... Even if I work industry, right? I don't know. If I went industry for like a studio job, I don't even think I'd be able to do that. Oh, you worked freelance. Oh, so then that's it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You 100% know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's different. Yeah, if I wasn't making, like, if I wasn't able to make this as my living, that would be yeah. There were actually a lot of times, I remember it was like 2015, maybe closer to 2016, when my income as an artist was like nothing, right? Like I was doing conventions, but like it still wasn't really the kind of money like conventions was like my only source of income as an artist, right? And it's like even then it wasn't really a lot. So I was just, there was a period of time and where I told my girlfriend at the time, we were living together, I told her, I was just like, I think I'm just gonna go get like another mechanic job, because I was like, that's something I can do and it's not like that tiring on my brain because I know how to do all that shit. It's tiring physically though, and I was like, if I just do that, I don't have to worry about bills, then I could just work on my own art in my own time, you know? And then thank God she talked me out of doing that. and said she was just like, just fucking max out all your credit cards and just sign up for all these cons, and then just don't mess it up. Basically, is what we that's the direction we went. She's like, just don't mess it up. I was like, oh, okay. Joke was on her though. They're already maxed out. Exo, what's going on, man? So you remember how I started that remember how I started that little experiment of repurposing all of my videos as reels, and I started uploading them? Oh my god, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. Hold on, let me fix these eyes real quick. I'm gonna move them up a little bit. I started repurposing all of my videos into reels and TikToks, and I have a consistent upload schedule. So I'm uploading reels / TikTok / shorts 3 times a week, and then yeah. Anyway, so I've been doing that consistently for what, 3 weeks now? Yo, dude, it's working. Like every, and I know that seems pretty like well, duh. If you do it consistently, it's gonna start growing more, right? But I'm specifically only uploading like reels. I mean, I've uploaded like 1 or 2 images since then, and they get like no traction. But I've specifically only been fucking with reels and shorts and stuff, and nothing else. And I'm getting more traction on stuff than I have when I was uploading, you know, like artwork, actual artwork to sites, like images rather, artwork images. All of them. Instagram reel, YouTube short, TikTok. Then I put that video onto Twitter. Basically I just do 3 times a week. I do like a big sweep, and I just hit all the socials at one time. I put it on DeviantArt because when you have the pro server, or if you have the core membership on DeviantArt, you could upload videos. I might have messed this one up. Anyway, I remember, I don't know if you remember, but I said I was gonna try it out for a few weeks just to see if there would be any traction difference, if it was gonna be worth it. Hey, what's going on? How was the con? I fucked this one up. I wasn't happy with this sketch to begin with. Yeah, I saw some pictures. Yep, I was supposed to be at that show. Well, luckily for me, I have just dozens of videos that are already made. Like they're even time-lapsed already because I did all that editing beforehand. Back when they were still like regular real video, like, you know, horizontal videos. And I just have a template that I made on Premiere Pro where I'm just inputting all the old pre-edited videos and I'm just exporting them as vertical and I'm just repurposing everything. Plus, it's kind of good to repurpose your old artwork to reshare with your newer followers, because if they just started following you, that means they haven't seen a lot of your old stuff, probably. Yeah, I saw for KawaiiCon, I saw the pictures. Shit, like that shit went hard. I saw those pictures. Yeah, my wife is still not in any kind of condition where I could leave her here by herself. Yeah. She's doing better, but not to the point where I could like leave her here. Because I would have to be gone for like 5 days, you know, for that. It'd be different if I was gone for like one night or something. Yo, I had a premium spot too. It was like literally on the front, like the very front of the premium spots, like right by the entrance. You know what I'm talking about? Like there's the rows of the premiums. Mine was like the closest, right on the entrance area. So it's all good though. I'm glad that I'm glad it went well. What's your next show? Yeah, my buddy was in the very, 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 very back. Non-premium, very, very back. He said it was still lit for him. So I'm glad all my buddies did well at that show. I heard MegaCon Orlando, as usual, is also fucking insane. That's just a big weekend in general. I gotta blow my nose real quick, hold up. All right. But I appreciate y'all thinking about me when I wasn't there. My bad if I missed your answer to this. Do you have any other shows lined up this year? Different island?
I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye.
AX. I'll be at AX. Like for realsies, I'll actually be at AX. Regular artist table. I'm happy with that. I've had only exhibitor spots at AX for the past, I don't know, since 2019. So 2018 was the last time I had an artist alley spot for AX. I'm happy to be back downstairs. What do you mean? You made double your amount AX. What do you mean? Talking about Kauai? You made double what you made at AX? Damn. Yeah, I mean, I saw that video that KCON put up at for day 0, people picking up their badges. That shit was crazy. I was like, oh hell no. I shouldn't have looked. Exo told me not to look. He was like, don't do it. That's like looking up. That's like if your girlfriend broke up with you and you just keep looking at their Facebook pictures and you're just like I can't believe this bitch is happy. 20K, that's crazy. So this is the best one, right? That's hella, that's crazy. That's good though. I'm glad everyone made some bank. I know Hyper Booster like sold out of everything. Nah, that fool always sells out of everything though. I mean, he's been doing it for 2 decades. I would hope that he does. Did you buy this for your own state? Nah, but I mean, like, that's a good show. Did you know that the table that I gave up was actually my same table that I purchased at the end of 2019? They wouldn't let me roll it over again. I mean, it's 2019. I don't blame them. But yeah, I got that spot as it was when I re-upped at the end of 2019. And I just kept rolling it over since then. So they were just like, no, we're not gonna roll it over this time. Oh yeah? Ah. My wife texting me. So I heard that they weren't doing the thing where you could re-up at the end of the show. They change it? They're not the grandfather system anymore. June 1st. Oh, you know what? Thank you for the heads up on that. I'm gonna make a little note to myself then. At least to if it's not exactly June 1st, it's all cool. At least I'll make a note to myself to check when apps open. Appreciate the heads up on that. Yeah, what's up? Welcome everyone. These are the monthly Patreon sketches. You know, Jojo, because the way it works is with the Patreon sketches, with Patreon, these little sketch cards, they're only $10, which is why there's a limited amount of slots open for it. Because I don't want to be doing like a bunch of these for such a low price. But it's kind of my way of getting some original ink to people who really like my stuff. But what happened, the way the topic is chosen is the patrons actually get to vote on a poll that I put up every month. And Jojo, for some reason, has lost the past 3 months. I could have sworn that, like, I thought it was going to be Jojo was going to win the first, like the very first time I put it on there, I thought it was going to win. I thought it was going to win landslide. Even this one, it finally won, but it wasn't landslide. Headed to bed. You uploaded a work in progress to the Discord. Link to the Discord's right there. We're pretty gonna wrap up soon. Peace. Hey, well, thanks for coming through. Glad you got some sketching in, some drawing in, rather. Tracing it. Well, that's good. They should jury. I think every artist alley should be jury. I think they should do away with first come first serve. That's like antiquated now. You know, with artist alleys becoming so basically every artist alley sells out in like minutes, right? If not seconds. Every show, because there's so many artists trying to do it now. And now with the rise of, like, again, with it being so popular and people know how much money you could make there, it's it's bringing in some shiesty people, right? I think they should 100% do away with first come first serve just all around. That shit doesn't work anymore. And now you hear stories about people who implement like bots to sign up for them. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but anyway. And like when it's first come first serve, they open stuff like right on the hour, right? And then they just set the bots to sign up at that time. So yeah, first come first serve is antiquated. It really should be jury all around. I know that's a lot of applications to look for, but I mean, that's just not our fucking fault. That's part of running a con. So the topics for next month's Patreon are the potential topics to vote from are Zoids, Dot Hack Sign, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, and Guyver. Guyver is never gonna win, but I'm putting Guyver on every voting list forever until it wins. Right now, that Zoids is at 43% in the lead, followed by One Punch Man, and then Attack on Titan and Hack Sign are in last place, tied. I hope Zoids wins. I would love to draw some Zoids. Yeah, I still believe in grandfather systems. I think cons should implement that for sure. I mean, they should still check your work to make sure you're not adding some shiesty stuff, right? Some like AI stuff or you know what I'm talking about. But if you've been to a show, for like 3 years in a row, you should get priority to sign up again. And I know they say that that keeps new people from getting in, and I'm just like, nah, it doesn't. There's a turnaround at every show. It's kind of like a grandfather system is like if you've already been to a convention, at the end of the convention, you could sign up again. I also think conventions should take into account local artists. Again, I don't run a convention, but I've been to my fair share of them. I think there should be a dedicated amount of artist alley slots for anyone who's local. It's like, yeah, like renewing with a subscription, basically, yeah. 10 years? Oh, see? I don't know about all that. God damn, 10 years? Are they under are they under new management? See, I like juried systems because I like when they're like, all right, so X amount of tables are going to be for people who do like stickers and pins. We're going to have X amount of tables for print artists. We're going to have X amount of tables for people who do like original art. Like, I think that's how it should be. There should be sections, or else it's just otherwise, because you've seen the artist alley, otherwise it's just like 90% of it is print artists with, let's face it, all the artwork all looks the same, right? And then your success rate is based on like, did you happen to have the right fandom? I know that's a lot of extra work for the cons to deal with, but there should be guaranteed space on the floor for, you know, the different kinds of products. Rated, what the fuck? What's going on? Thank you for the follow over there. Appreciate it. I'm doing well. Tired as usual, but that just means that I'm keeping busy. And that whole grandfather thing, we're talking about the like re-upping your table at the end of the convention. How would you do that? Like allotting X amount of space for new people, but still implementing like a grandfather clause. Anyway, that's just what I think. I had a water here. Here it is. The person leaving, you knew them, or you know the person who's taking over? Ooh, that's shaky. Let me erase these over here. Yeah, anytime there's like a changing of personnel, shit gets crazy. I think there's a lot of egos that are involved with that stuff. Yeah, 10 years. That's crazy to just throw y'all aside. You know, 10 years, that's not like a negligible amount of time, you know? Like that's a lot of time. So, do you know what they're doing? Like, are they... You said they're changing it to jury, but do you know anything about it? I would guess not, right? They're not going to tell you all anything. Nah, don't get mixed up in that stuff, dude. Just go and get your paycheck and go home. Drama with the staff. You're like, all right, that's cool, but what does that have to do with my paychecks, though? Like, all right, that's cool, but like, what does that, what does that have to do with me? One of these days we'll get that Copic sponsorship. Oh, so that, yeah, like that thing we were talking about, how there should, you know, like, y'all don't have a lot of shows out there, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like here in California where there's a show for, like, you could do a show here in California, even if it's not a big convention. There's some place to showcase your artwork here in California literally every weekend if you were so inclined to. They wouldn't all be great, but the fact is that options are there. Y'all locals over there, y'all don't have that much, right? So I think there should be dedicated space. There should be dedicated space for locals at KCON. You know, especially if, you know, it's been 10 years. But like I said it earlier, I think every show in general should have space for whoever's local. Shit, if you took it a step further, you could even have them in a section of the convention, like where like it'd be in the artist alley, but you know how like to me, the artist alley, you wouldn't mix like the pin artists and the print artists. They'd all kind of be sectioned off, right? And in the way they have like the authors alley, they put like people who make books and stuff in their own section. I do think that does he has gloves? Mess this up. He has like fingerless gloves. There should be like an area that has like a sign over it that says like local artist. Let's say local talent. That means something else. Ooh. You posted a few drawings on the Discord. You think you got way better? Yeah? What are you using? Your line work is a lot better. It's not as scribbly as it was before. Ooh, a brush pen. Fancy. Everybody's getting into the brush pens now. It's awesome. Ah, I appreciate that. Well, you're doing the right thing. Drawing a lot. How do you feel about the brush pen? Like, how confident do you feel with it? I'm just refilling some markers right now. Give me a second. I don't want to kill my brush pens to fill in these black areas, so we'll just use the Copic. Yeah, I didn't realize how many YouTube videos I sit through while I work, like when I'm by myself. Well, what does everyone like to have on the background while they work? When it's like a really serious kind of thing, sometimes when it's like really serious, I don't actually play anything in the background. I like silence. But you know, when it's more fun, for especially if it's like client work and I'm just kind of having a good time with it and it's not really crucial. Like if I'm doing an art study, silence, right? If I'm trying to get a piece done for like a big project, silence. But if I'm doing client work, I'm just having a good old time making money, then I'll usually throw on... I have a set of movies that I like to listen to. It consists of Training Day, 1 Hour Photo, what else is on there? Can't remember. Listen to 80s, 90s music? Oh, hey, thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. We're just doing some Jojo sketches. These are sketches for my Patreon. How was the stream? When I need to get in the zone, I listen to... there's a certain set of music that I like to listen to when I'm trying to get in the zone. But I've kind of burned through all my music, because I haven't had time to find new music. So I've kind of burned through all my music and I don't want to over-listen to it. Yeah? Yeah, I'm a big electronic fan. I like to listen to EDM. It's just I haven't had time to find new artists, so I don't want to burn through all my people that I like. Because like sometimes if I find if an artist that I like, a producer or a DJ, brings out a new set, I kind of like to reserve those for like I actually like to chill and like listen to it maybe on the car ride or like when I'm by myself, or I could like take it in. Because you know when I'm listening to music or I have that movie playing in the background while I work, I'm kind of like half. I'm kind of fucking weird like that. I don't. Yeah. Movies I don't really care about, but music, I'm very precious about it. Oh, what kind of EDM? Thanks for the raid, though. Variety? Okay. Yeah, I also... There's no genre that I don't like with electronic, with EDM. Every genre has something that I like. It's more about like the specific songs or artists. Shit, not even artists. I don't even care. It's more about like the specific songs. And there are some producers or some DJs who are really, some producers who are just really fucking good live, but I can't listen to their music, like their individual tracks. Have a good night. Oh, thank you. Gotta go to bed. All right. Again, thanks again. Yeah, these are for my Patreon. Monthly Patreon sketches. So the way it works, for anyone who's new, you can... it's the $10 tier. Really inexpensive way to get some ink artwork from me. That's why there's a limited amount of slots for it. Every month, the patrons vote on the topic, and that's the topic for the sketch they'll get. And then I mail these out, so you do get the physical copy of it. Yeah, I think there's like 20 of them that I have to do. So it's a good like full half day of work if I just go non-stop. So here on stream we're only gonna do I think like 6 of them, and then I'll do the rest of them off stream so I can get them done faster. So we'll do these ones, and then we'll have another set to do after this, and then that'll probably be all we do on stream. Oh, I was about to vape my pen. Does anyone here use Copic markers? I know they're expensive. That's not what I asked. I asked who uses them. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I keep thinking that we have to do like 20 of them, but I forget that there are some patrons who I have, because I have the total amount of patrons in my head, but sometimes I forget they're not all on the same tier. When I see the number, I'm just like, I keep thinking that they're all part of the same tier. Yeah, that's why I have a limited amount that I put.
Dancing till we die.
And focus on digital. Yeah, when I see that, like I was saying earlier, when I see that 21 number, for some reason in my brain, I always think they're all in the sketch cards here. It's because I only look at my Patreon like, what, 5 times a month or something like that. During the beginning of the month when I have to take care of everything, then maybe like once or twice in the middle of the month, just to see where the vote just to see where the voting is at, and then near the end of the month, I don't know, as I really start to push it. So with the Switch Lite, it doesn't come with a dock. Do you have to charge it through just like a USB-C? In the Discord, they were talking about how I hate Europe because of the times that I stream. Like, yeah, he always streams at like the worst time for Europeans. And I was just like, nah, because I stream in the middle of the night where it's also inconvenient for people in North America. I'm like, this is the worst time. Just it's the worst time to stream, just all around. I don't discriminate here. Everybody, everybody doesn't get to watch.
Check. Hey, Electric Forest, this is the last song of the festival for everyone here and for me. This thing has been so incredibly special. Thank you so much for having me. I fucking love this entire festival. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's end it this way.
It's handheld, no dock. You can't stream on it. Wait, you could stream? Oh, right. You can't stream on it because it doesn't. You need the dock to do that. There's no HDMI, whatever. Why is this so dark? Need to fix this.
Yeah, we're good to go, dude.
London.
Did I? What's going on with all my chisel tips are all dark? Something happened. Did I put the wrong ink in these? When did you start to be able to draw from your imagination? Well, Bashy, what's up? Yeah, we're doing the Patreon cards. Drawing from imagination? Well, I don't know. I started doing freestyle practicing in like 2016. But you know, a lot of my sketchbooking and a lot of my practice, like building my visual library, I think the most impactful times of that is when I was traveling a lot. So I got to see a lot of people, especially when I was at the airport. So I think the thing that helped me most be able to draw from imagination was building my visual library while I was out traveling for conventions and work at conventions. Because, you know, you just have your sketchbook with you and you draw enough people and eventually it kind of gets burned in your brain. And for me, I think 2017, I started freestyling in 2016. I think 17 was when I started really, like, when it started really clicking with me. Oh, you posted up a picture. No, I think I'm pretty familiar what the light looks like. Wow, that's fucking cool. That's crazy. That's bad though. Are those hard to get? Those limited versions? Yeah, I think that's why, like I said, I think the most progress I ever made in a short amount of time was when I would do a lot of sketching out, like especially at airports, but even at conventions, because those are basically the only two places I ever was when I was doing the convention life. I think that's one of the reasons why just sitting at home doesn't work, or at least it doesn't work that well. When it comes to like growing a visual library, because it's different. I don't know why. It's just different when you're out. That's like why doing life drawing, with like a model, is different than doing life drawing from like YouTube. Yeah, we're I think it was before you came into the stream. We were talking about how the time that I choose to, or excuse me, the only time that I have available to me to live stream these days is right now, which is like, it doesn't work for Europeans, and it's really out of the way for people in North America too, which is where most of my audience most come from. So I was just like, I just have the most inconvenient time for everybody, so nobody gets to watch my streams. Luckily, all the VODs are available on YouTube, like immediately after we're done streaming. I know Twitch only holds the VODs for, you know, a certain amount of time, but all the VODs are on YouTube, and they just stay there forever. People just need to wake up. Overpower, what's going on?
You've joined.
Diplo's Revolution.
You are experiencing it.
So, MegaCon, I heard was off the charts. If you sub to Patreon, can I have... No, this is for people who were already in, these are for people who are already on the Patreon for this the month that just passed. Yeah, you don't know what the topic is going to be when you join, because you join and then you vote. If you head on over to the Patreon, you get to see what the voting, what the topics are. Yeah. So right now it looks like Zoids is winning, but we have up until the end of the month, so a lot of people haven't voted yet. Fucking retirement money. Yeah, man, that's good. You know, not just Mega, but people at KawaiiCon, which was the one I was supposed to go to. Like that weekend is just crazy. It's the same thing with like the July 4th weekend or the first weekend of September. For some reason, those weekends are just crazy. It doesn't matter which show you go to, they're always just hit. Like, it doesn't matter which show if it's on those weekends. That first weekend of September, the first 2 weeks of April, or weekends of April, or the 4th of July weekend. Those are just like, just do something that weekend and you'll make money. It's fucking weird. I don't know about C2E2 this year. I haven't heard from anyone who did a regular artist table. The only person who I know who went to C2E2 was they were working, they didn't have like a regular artist table. They were part of a group. So they had an artist table technically, but they were in like an island with a whole group of they're like a publisher. So it was like their artist alley spot, but in like a publisher island. And I don't think that's accurate way of gauging sales, because, you know, they don't have a regular spot location wise.
There will come a time in your life when you will ask yourself a series of questions.
So you brought enough inventory for Mega.
Do I have a life? Or am I just living?
Yo, I got accepted into Florida SuperCon. Have to turn it down though because I have AX that weekend. Yo, I didn't get into Denver. Well, not so much didn't. I had them cancel my application for Denver. I was tired of waiting on their asses. I bet they still haven't told people who got in or not. Because I emailed them and I was just like, when are we gonna fucking find out? Because I was thinking about double dipping, right? But it's just like getting too close, and I was just like, when are they gonna let us know? And they responded, they're like, we're gonna start rolling out, as in they're not gonna send everybody letters at the same time. Like, we're gonna start rolling it out in like 3 weeks. And I was just like, oh hell no, just cancel my applications, man.
joined.
Diplo's Revolution.
Honestly, I would just wait. I mean, if you don't have anything lined up for that weekend yet, I would just wait. Might rub them the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie, I think the only reason they were down to cancel my my application, I was just straightforward with them. I told them what my situation was here at home. And I was just like, yeah, I have like this going on here at home, and you know, I won't be able to do that show that weekend, so can you... Because it's the truth, because like that is what will probably keep me, like, even if I got in, you know, the situation here at home is probably what would keep me from double dipping. I wouldn't bother them. I would just leave it. If you have nothing lined up that weekend already. Unless you wanted to be like, yo, I'm super excited. Overpower, what you got? What you got next? Three small ones in Florida. Ooh, Momo's gonna be good. Well, that's a good, you know, the smaller shows, sometimes you want to do that because it lets you move inventory. I mean, smaller shows, the potential of like making big paychecks is still there, but the overhead at these small shows is so like, overhead at small shows is like nothing, right? Which is what I imagine your three small shows are probably less expensive than MegaCon itself, right? So there's just, and like it's kind of like it lets you kind of relax your brain a little bit because you just go there and it's not as, there's not as much like pressure, not pressure, but you know what I mean, it's not as exhausting. So it's good to kind of do small ones every now and then because you can move some inventory, they're still good paychecks, and they're hella easy, and the overhead is hella low, you know. Yeah, what was it? It was fucking Anime Bonsai. Yeah, it's right outside Salt Lake City. The artist table was like $80. From flying from California there was like, it was like $200, and then I room split with my buddy. I think my total investment was like $400 after like food and everything, and I walked with like 4,500 at that show, It's because the artist alley had like 20. There was like 20 artists in there, maybe 30. It was like a hella small, and like the attendance was like there wasn't a lot of attendees. You know, it's not crazy. You know, like yeah. I see that's what I'm talking about. Like you don't need to walk with like 9,000, 10,000 every show, but like you can do those small ones where it's just like your overhead is so small, you know, like your effort is so low, and you just walk away with like a couple K. Those are the ones that are great. Those ones feel good. Like you go to like a Denver Comic Con, or excuse me, a Fan Expo Denver, or an Anime Expo, or a Fanime, and you walk with like 10 racks. And you're just like, all right, cool, that was expected, you know. Versus you go to these small shows, just you know, it's a little investment. And then you're just like, you just walk with these racks. You're like, where the fuck did this come from? I mean, I prefer the big number, but I'm talking about like in regards to that surprising satisfaction. You know, like with the smaller shows at the end of like the first day, where you're already at like, you say you're already at like 1,500 or 1,000, or excuse me, like a 1,500 or 2,000 after like, just say it's a 3-day show or a 2-day show, and you're like the table is like $100, and you're already over like 1,500 after the first day, and you're just like, oh, I'm cool. It's just whatever. They call that big return on investment. I'm so happy I get to crash with my for Anime Expo. I get to crash with my buddies for that one. Usually lodging for Anime Expo is such a pain in the ass. Luckily I have a lot of friends in LA area.
Diplo's Revolution.
So the next show I have is in what was it? Next weekend. Oh my god, it's next weekend already? It's in San Francisco for the Cherry Blossom Festival. It's in a shopping mall in Japantown. Yo, don't sleep on shopping mall events. Especially if it's during like a street fair or something. Because the amount of people who show up to those things is fucking crazy. Anyway, good job at Mega. That's awesome. Do you feel a little bit better now that you've done a big show? Like you're not... I know you were kind of stressing out over it for a little bit, even though I don't fucking know why. So some dog news. You guys know I love my dogs, right? Dog news. My older dog, we have to switch her over to what's called a bland diet. If for those of you who don't have a dog, a bland diet is what you it basically consists of like easily digestible food, like single ingredient stuff like rice and meat, right? Versus buying like kibble and stuff, because kibble, that's highly processed. It takes a lot to like digest that stuff. So now I have to like meal prep for my older dog. I'm like, which actually might be good because it's making me think about meal prepping for myself now, since I'm going to be in the kitchen already. Like, well, I guess I take some control over my diet too if I got to meal prep for my child. So you double tabled? That's fucking broken, dude. I remember the last time that happened to me. The last time I can remember that ever happening to me, where I got to take my neighbor's spot, was Level Up Expo 20. I think it was 2020, February, yeah. Hold on, let me get this down first. So I had an exhibitor spot, like a 10 by 10, right? And then the person didn't show up. My neighbor didn't show up. So then I was able to just take their spot. So I expanded to a 10 by 20. Excuse me, yeah, they're originally 10 by 10s. I was able to expand to a 10 by 20, and I just opened up my entire, because I brought my pro panels. I was able to open up my entire pro panels, and I extended it like all the way across. Actually, I think I had a 10 by 30. I think it was 10 by 30. Hold on. Some fucking nonsense. Let me look up some pictures. Hold on. Anyway, I ended up winning Best in Show because Level Up Expo does a they do like a display contest, and they find the vendor that has the best looking display, and they give them a little plaque, and then they give you a little discount off your next table. I don't have a picture of the entire display, but yeah, I ended up being able to expand my spot all the way out. I swear to God, I think it was 10 by 30. It was huge. Like my panels spread out, I remember didn't fill it. If it was 10 by 20, my panels would be able to fill it. Anyway, my point is, that's the last time that ever happened to me. That's fucking bad. Alright, let me erase the pencils on this. I think I'm getting sick. Yeah, I think I'm getting sick. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to make it real, but it's been like 3 days now. I'm pretty sure I'm getting sick. And I'm sure when I go to my event next week, I'm gonna be all out sick. So, for MegaCon, with the table setup, what were their rules for that one? Was it just like standard Artist Alley rules? Just 2x6, do whatever the fuck you want? Like, we got too much going on, we ain't gonna police you. Do whatever the fuck you want. Or not for 2x6, 4x6? Five by six. There you go, right? They always say a height limit, right? But there are only so many shows actually enforce it. Like I told you, Anime Expo, they actually have people walking around with like a pole to make sure that you're like within regulations. Like they'll walk around with a fucking pole and make sure that you're following the height limit. But most shows don't. Most shows don't give a shit. But that's cool that they didn't enforce it. A bigger show like that usually would. It's usually the bigger shows that will try to. But unless they walk around with like a pole, they're not gonna they're not gonna know. So the way Anime Expo does it, for those who don't know what we're talking about selling your artwork at a convention in the Artist Alley. So often there are rules, quote rules, as to what you can or can't do, especially with like the height, because you know fire hazards and stuff, like the height of your display. So Anime Expo, they have they put PVC pipes together, and then they walk around with it to check the height. I think Fanime does that too. And I'm just like, I need you to verify with me the height of that pole right there. Like, how do I know that shit's right? My measurements are right. It's a quick way to get kicked out of a con. You know, speaking your mind. God, these cons treat you like second-class citizens, man. It's like, ooh. Oh, Chibi didn't care? I think Chibi had their own, like they had their own stuff to worry about. Yeah, I heard they were pretty relaxed on most stuff at AX Chibi. Probably because it was the first time they did it and they didn't. My opinion is it was the first year of that show, so not only were they maybe didn't have the manpower to enforce everything, but I think they didn't want to rub people the wrong way. It's like, look, let's just get people to really enjoy this show, and then we can get more artists wanting to come back. Even though I know a lot of people did horrible at that show, so okay. A lot of artists did really bad at that show, but if they host it again, how much you want to bet it's going to sell out in like 10 seconds? I'm talking about artists have fucking Stockholm syndrome with these conventions. Well, he doesn't hit me as hard as he used to, though. That's progress. This black eye? It's okay. It only hurts when I see. I can't remember how much I did at Chibi. Not a lot. I was happy with it, but I don't think it was a lot. I was happy with it because it was just like a 4-hour drive for me. If I remember right, it wasn't like a huge amount. God, that felt like so long ago. Shit was in November. I've missed so much sleep since then. Let's get more sleep after. Actually, after that con was when I really started to miss sleep.
Let's go. You've joined
Diplo's revolution.
Do we have any Doctor Who fans here? Anyway, I just saw who the new companion was. And I was just... I think it's going to be the new companion. That blonde chick. And I was just like, damn. She's either going to be the new companion or she's going to be a recurring character in the new series.
I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say wants to be the first to say goodbye.
Yeah, the Weeping Angel, that's a scary concept that they overused. since I'm taking a little bit extra time to do these JoJo sketches just because I know that the patrons have been wanting JoJo to win for months now. It lost 3 months. I don't understand how that happened. So we're actually taking a little bit more effort to get these done right. Because I'm not going to be putting JoJo back on the Patreon list for a long time. So big congrats to everyone who was able to get in on this. Oh. Maybe I'm getting sick and feeling like I'm dying because I'm skipping all this sleep. Just a theory. I will get some rest, don't worry about it. You know, the thing is, I do get my normal amount of rest. It's just, I have been working a lot more lately. So I'm not, my problem is that I'm not compensating. Like the amount that of rest that I normally give myself works with my old workload, but because I'm taking on so much more client work these days, which I think this is the most client work I've ever had, I definitely need more rest. So that's where all this is coming from, and I haven't adjusted yet. Don't worry, there will be a day, and every freelancer knows this. It doesn't matter how overloaded you are, there will come a day where you're not going to have any work. And when that day comes, you bet your ass I'm just going to take a bunch of NyQuil and just sleep. It's just, it is not this day. That's all it is. Oh, my wife wants to see... She's still awake? What the fuck? She wants to see the progress of the drawings. Okay. You gotta get up in about 2 hours. You get some rest. You're talking to me. You copied it down, flow charts from your advice. Hey, well, get some rest. I'll catch you on the next one.
You've joined
Diplo's Revolution.
All right, oh, I gotta go check up on the doggies and make sure the wife's okay. So I will be back in like, let's say about 2 minutes, 2 minutes at the max, because I just gotta go into the other room and check up on how everyone's doing. Until then, I'm gonna go ahead and run this 1 minute ad. I'm not gonna say y'all should do something when it shows up, but you definitely should. All right, BRB. It's cold in here. Okay, pencil, where did you go? Penguin, what's going on? Feels like it's been a minute. Doing laundry, taking a walk, made breakfast, about to eat. Oh, sounds like a full day. Full day. I had a bunch of errands I had to do this morning too. Grocery shopping. Had to hit up the vet. Post office to drop off some orders. Oh shit, you know, today is Akira Toriyama's birthday, the 5th. I got this fire TikTok that I'm about to drop. No, the JoJo sketches are going well. I'm having a lot of fun with these. I haven't read JoJo, but I've only watched JoJo 1 through 3. Whatever they're called. Is that Stardust? I can't remember. It's been so fucking long. It's been like 6 years since I watched JoJo. No. I had to go pick up her prescription. My older dog is on anti-inflammatory medicine. It's just like part of her her routine, and I have to go get it. We go to the bougie vet though, and it's like a fucking It's like a 30-minute drive. How's everything going though? Saw some sketches came in, some drawings came in safely. That's always my concern when sending stuff out. Stardust is what, third? Yeah, that's the last one. So I think that was the last one at the time. That was the last one they had available on Crunchyroll.
You've joined.
Diplo's Revolution.
Was there ever any doubt that there was going to be a part 9? Oh, or you're more surprised that it's coming out so soon. Is that what it is? You said this year? Exo, how's the SakuraCon mascot going? I just scrapped mine. All that work we put in those past 2 days, I just chucked it. I was like, man, this fucking sucks. So I just threw it. I still have the file, but I'm just gonna start over. So you JoJo fans are eating well lately. JoJo's one of those legacy. That's one of those legacy properties. You can just keep bringing them out for like the next. They could release a new one every year for the next like 10 years, and it's still gonna be well received. Maybe I don't know about well received, but it'll be accepted. People will give it a chance no matter what. My opinion, JoJo's definitely a legacy show now, or a legacy property rather. That's how I see it. You haven't worked on it beyond the sketch. Yeah, for stuff like contests like that, I feel like the super high tier artists don't enter them because they got too much going on, right? Like they got other stuff to take care of than enter like a mascot contest, which is why I'm just like, there's only going to be a handful of people who are, again, it depends on what the con is looking for, of course, but it's like, there's only going to be a handful of people to really be worried about when you go into a contest like that, right? And I want that SakuraCon table.
You've joined
Diplo's Revolution.
God, how long has it been since the female one came out? Because I remember when that one got announced. Okay, was it that long ago already? That's fucking crazy. We're going into 9? That's fucking crazy. Only 2 years? It's already been 2 years since that? Where'd my eraser go? Unorganized. I bent the paper. Erasing it. I bent the paper, erasing it. Hopefully it didn't leave a crease. As long as there's no crease, it'll be okay. Fuck me, man. There's a crease on it. Ah. Whatever. It'll flatten out. Yeah, so I have to solo my next event, which is at Cherry Blossom Festival at the shopping mall. I have to solo that event, so I will not be shooting an episode there. Since it's in the shopping mall, it's kind of chaotic, and you have to, like at a convention, you know, you're behind the table, so your stuff is kind of safe, your gear, right? But you have to, when you're at the shopping mall, you have like regular people walking around, and you don't have like a square, like a shield around you, right? So you kind of, all your stuff is just kind of under the table. You have to just be very aware of what's going on. Luckily, I don't have like pins and stuff for people to steal. So I shouldn't have an issue, but I don't want my camera. I don't have a spot for like my camera, and I can't watch it while I'm soloing the table. So there will not be an episode of the YouTube series for that. But when my convention run starts in May, I'll be doing an episode for every event. Oh man, it's gonna be like non-stop episodes for like, it's gonna be like non-stop episodes for like the whole year. Fucking sad days. I tell you guys what happened to my Mobile Studio Pro, which is the Mobile Cintiq by Wacom. It got the blue screen on it, right? No, not the blue screen. It got fuck does it have to like? It gets stuck with Windows trying to start up, right? And I cannot fucking, no matter what I do, I can't even get into the BIOS. So then I forgot what I did. I was able to eventually get into the BIOS, but then it crashes anytime I start messing, like every time I start picking an option in the BIOS. I don't know what happened. It's just like I turned it on. It had been off for a long time. I turned it on and it was like Windows needs to update. I was like, all right. And then all of a sudden it went to shit. So thank you, Windows, for fucking whatever you did. Fucking killed my Mobile Studio Pro. And the problem with these early generation Mobile Studio Pros, because there's two generations. The second generation has a panel in the back that opens up where you could access, the hard drive and the RAM and all that. But these early ones, you have to disassemble the entire thing. And there's like ribbon cables like that long, like that short, holding the screen on, and it's like really easy to snap it and all that. And I'm like, fuck, man. Yeah, so now that I'm taking all this client work and I'm about to hit the road, now I don't have my Cintiq. And I'm just like, oh fuck. And most of my client work is digital. So I'm just like, son of a fucking bitch. So I'm like, I don't know what to do right now, because I'm not about to buy another fucking Mobile Studio Pro. Hell no. So I'm in the market of just buying a laptop and just like an Intuos or something. I thought the days of buying tablets for me were fucking over, but I guess not. So I would have to, I'd have to try to open up the Cintiq, which I'm gonna try. I have to try to open it up and try not to rip any of the ribbon cables, take the screen off, get in there, and then I would have to replace the hard drive and then hope that fixes it. So that's like, you're gonna be spending money. So I was like, man, I have to invest like a couple $100 just to try to, hopefully that's what the problem is. And I'm just like, nah, fuck all that, dude. I'm just gonna get all new equipment, because I'm gonna be spending money anyway, right? So anyway, that sucks, because I also, when I was traveling, I also used the Mobile Studio Pro to edit my videos. So I would shoot the episode at the con, and then I would work on the Mobile Studio Pro at like the airport when I wasn't working on my drawings. I'd use it to edit my videos so they'd be ready to upload when I got home. Can't do that now. Anyway, I gotta figure this shit out. Why can't shit just be built to last and function? Well, it was fine. It was functioning fine, and then I did a Windows update because you know I hadn't turned it on. I swear to God, in probably like 2 years. So it did a Windows update, and then it just killed it. So hardware-wise, it was fine. It's just, yeah, hardware-wise, it's fine. But I'm just like, something happened during the Windows update that just fucking ruined it. And it's out of warranty. It's been out of warranty. I've had that shit forever. All right, Penguin. Oh, woe is me. Whoops, the lighting on the face doesn't match the lighting on the hair. It's alright. It's anime. Doesn't matter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these are sketches for our Patreon. So for next month's Patreon, I really want Zoids. I really want Zoids to win. So the way it works on the Patreon, for those who are new, all the patrons get to vote. So when you join, you actually don't know the topic that you're gonna get that month, but you join and you get to vote. And then depending on what the topic that wins is what these little sketch cards are going to be of. It took 3 months for Jojo to win, which is crazy. I thought Jojo was going to win landslide, but it lost what 3 times, and even then, this time when it won, it was still close. Yeah, I really want Zoids to win next month. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
You've joined.
Diplo's Revolution.
I think everyone is enjoying that I've changed it to it's almost exclusively anime, the selections now. Before, remember, it was a mix of stuff. It would just be weird random topics, right? It'd be like vehicles or armored knights or just like whatever. I think ever since I switched it to all anime options, I think everyone's been pretty happy. I feel like we're getting more votes. Like more people are participating and voting, which means there's more interest in the Patreon. Oh, you know. Yeah, I'm happy to do anime forever. Like the Patreon's gonna be all anime forever. Yeah, let's find someone to go raid. Let's go raid Mr. Meow.
What was your reaction when you found out?
Alright, so before we head out, I invite everybody to join the Discord. A very low viewership tonight, but this was fun. I'm gonna finish the rest of these off stream. I'll work a lot faster when I'm, you know. But yeah, this is about the quality I want all the Patreon cards to be moving forward. Right now, there's 30 slots in the sketch card tier. I'm gonna bring it down to 20. because you know these are really inexpensive, but I kind of want to make it a little bit more exclusive to get these sketches. So I am going to shrink the amount of available spaces, but I'm going to up the time that I put into it. So I'm going to dedicate like a full day of work. I used to just do these for like a couple hours and call it. I'm actually going to, once a month, I'm going to dedicate a full day to get these done. Yeah. So we're going to let the raid do its thing. So it's going to be about 15 seconds before we launch. So again, here's the link to the Patreon. Here's the link to the Discord. And hope everyone can join both. The raid's going to launch in about 30 seconds. So thank you all for hanging out. Everyone who needs rest, go get some rest. I'm going to be up working, so you need me, hit me up on the Discord. All right, 10 seconds. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll see y'all.